Well, good evening, everybody on Facebook. Actually, on YouTube. We are streaming to YouTube tonight. This isn't a widely known stream. This is kind of an experiment just to, let me make a little tweak right there. Oop, probably too much. Yeah, there, my bald spot is fully visible now. Okay, like I was saying, this is just an experiment. We're not sure that this is something that we're going to continue with, but I wanted to have an option available for maybe a little better video resolution and better sound quality than the Facebook live stream offers. So that's what this is all about. We got about 4 minutes before we're going to start the actual broadcast, but I got a couple of things here I wanted to just kind of go through to make sure things are going to work the way that I hope they will. So the reason I'm looking over there instead of right there is because over there is where my monitor is. I had a monitor that I thought was going to work for me here, but this tablet's become stupid. So that's not going to work. So I want to see. All right, so that looks like that's going to be good. Let me see, where's that at over here? Okay, so one of the questions I had was from what I was looking at this week, that log view doesn't look like it's very legible. It might be hard to read on your screen, so I'm not sure. I'll know more after I review this video this weekend, but so as it is right now, we're just going to go with it and see how it looks after the fact. And let me look at my next view here. Yeah, that looks okay. This camera quit working. I got to see if I can figure out why the side view camera doesn't work. We're right here. Okay, I think we're ready. So you got to hang out with me for about 2.5 minutes, and that's what we're doing. So if you haven't figured it out tonight, I'm going to be your net controller. 947 has other things happening this evening, so I think I can say that without getting into trouble. Bald spot is glistening. Thank you, Bobby, for that. Let's see. Can I adjust a little light here? Yeah, that makes it worse. I think you're just going to have to deal with the glare because yep, there's no makeup on this set. Yeah, turn brightness down on your screen, Bobby, is about all I can suggest. But thank you for that. You say the audio sounds good. That's good to know. I think it was a little distorted last week, at least on my playback. Sounded like it was a little crunchy on top, but I tweaked it just a little bit in hopes that that's going to be cleared up. And it seems as though the RF audio is good, so we'll go with that. Got some announcements that we're going to get into here in a little bit. So some exciting stuff from Atlanta 6.0. Anxious to do that. We're going to start off with the YouthNet, and then we'll move into the announcements, and then we'll move into the regular net. Of course, all that is subject to change as I forget where I'm at and lose my place along the way and wing it. Okay, so Steve Nettis is going to check in on Facebook. Okay. I'm going to have to get to that here in a minute. I don't have time. Maybe I do. CW 14. Steve in, I believe he's in Watkinsville. Crawford repeater is down, he says. Okay, we'll have to look into that. All right, it's time to go. So go we will. See, I've got to hit. We're good there. Okay. Good evening, friends, and welcome to the North Georgia GMRS Regional Net. I'll be working off of the Sassafras repeater tonight, but we'll be networked in with Somerville, Pine Log, Lookout Mountain, Jersey, Madison, Ball Ground, McDonough, Zello, Columbus, Zebulon, and the Moreland repeater. Tonight, our RF coverage area will be in excess of 31,000 square miles. This net takes place every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. I would like to thank everyone who has made the North Georgia GMRS Regional Net the most expansive and active GMRS net in the country. Tonight, your net control is WQYR 514, Atlanta 946. My name is Justin, and I'm located in Woodstock, Georgia. On the net, you can talk about your day's activities, radio equipment, or anything you think we'd like to know about. This is a family-based network, so we encourage you to get your family involved. And with that, we're going to invite the youth to check in at the very beginning. At this time, I'm going to take any youth check-ins. Anyone 18 and under that would like to check into our net, please call net control now. Okay, so it's been crickets here lately with the youth net. We hope to get one. We'd love to get 2 or 3. But if we don't get any, we're just going to move right along.
Woodstock, Georgia, 30188, checking in and out.
I believe that was Gabriel, but I think I heard, a zip code. Last station, I heard you checking in and out, but I didn't catch a call sign or a tactical unit number. I think I heard a zip code. If you would please come back with a TAC number or a call sign and your name, please.
$399. $399.
And a name, please. Okay, net control will acknowledge a check-in from 399. I believe you said you were in Woodstock and that you were in and out. That's all I have. You have to remember to press the mic button, the push-to-talk button. Press that and wait briefly before you begin speaking, because it does take a moment for all of the repeaters to synchronize and begin working. So your very first syllables will be cut off if you begin speaking the very moment you hit the button. So hit the button and take half a breath and then begin to speak, and we should be able to hear your entire transmission if you'll do that. So what I have is 399. I'm not sure if that's Atlanta 399. And I have Woodstock, Georgia, and I have you in and out. Do we have anything to add to that?
This is
Okay.
Atlanta 56 to the QVC 882, and in Holly Springs. In and out. Good night, everybody.
In Holly Springs.
This is Dane from Woodstock, WRCT 399, in and out.
Okay, this is great. Caps lock. I hate the caps lock. Dane is in Woodstock. I hate the cops. What is going on here? Okay, Woodstock. Okay. Okay, net control will acknowledge Atlanta 56, Anna in Holly Springs. Thank you for checking in with us this evening, Anna. It's great hearing from you, and hope that you have a terrific evening. I've got you in the log as in and out, so we'll catch up with you again very soon. And I also have, I didn't catch the TAC number, Dane, but I have you also from Woodstock. And Dane, are you in and out, or are you going to hang out with us for a little bit?
I am in and out.
Very good. Okay, we're going to call that in the log there, Dane, as in and out. And thank you for taking the time to check in with us this evening. Hope you have a fantastic evening. Do we have any other youth check-ins this evening? Any other youth? Please call net control now. I'm not sure if 399 was Dane or not. Could have been. Let's see. I'm not hearing anything, so that might be it for our youth, which we have either 2 or 3. I'm not entirely sure. So I don't have an Atlanta 399 in the membership roster, so I'm not sure who the 399 was. Okay, hearing nothing, I'm going to go ahead and move on. Thank you, North Georgia GMRS Youth, for taking the time to check in with us this evening. It was great to hear from you. And before we move on with further check-ins, I want to take a moment and make a couple of announcements. We have a couple of things going on, and well, let me just start with this from Atlanta 60. Let me take a break here. I'll come right back. I'd like to point out, if you'll go to our northgeorgiagmrs.org website and take a look at the membership list, we are seeing still some pretty phenomenal growth, and we're really excited about the fact that we've got 504 tactical unit numbers assigned. We picked up 4 new members this week, and we're very, very pleased at the growth that we've seen. And what that does is that just allows us to continue to develop and deploy better equipment and to keep our equipment updated and operating, and pay for the light bills and all that sort of thing. So we appreciate all of the people that are contributing to North Georgia GMRS. Our linking systems have all been upgraded to the newest and latest software, with the exception of McDonough. That repeater and its linking system should be updated by the end of this coming week, next week, he says. So probably a week from Friday, we can anticipate McDonough being up and ready to go. And next item on the list is the Crawford repeater. We have some maintenance to do on that repeater, and we expect that to also be complete by the end of next week and have that repeater back on the air. It currently is down, so anyone trying to use that repeater, I know that CW14 was hoping to use that repeater this evening. We'll hope to get that back on the air as soon as we can for you, Steve. So that's in the works, and it's on the list. We have a repeater on Lookout Mountain, and we don't see a lot of utilization on that repeater. So if anybody is in that area and uses that repeater or is able to use that repeater, we would love to hear some activity on that repeater, or we'd like to hear some reports if it's not operating properly. Please let me or Atlanta 60 know, and we will see what we can do to get that back up and running. But we need some feedback on the status of that machine. The North Georgia GMRS is going to be attending the Stone Mountain Hamfest next month. Let me break. We're going to have some equipment for sale. We'll have some great deals on mobiles, portables, base stations, and repeaters. No junk. All of it will be working, and many of those pieces will already be programmed. So if you're looking for a good deal on a radio for GMRS, I know last year you had some MERS radios there as well, and there could be just about anything there. So if you're looking for a good deal on a radio, be sure and stop by the North Georgia GMRS booth. We'll be in the same place we were last year, and we're looking forward to meeting and greeting as many of the North Georgia GMRS members as we can. And we're also, the primary purpose for us to be there is to kind of share the gospel of GMRS and get some of those ham folks involved. A lot of those hams kind of don't know what we are all about, and we just want to fill them in and bring them on over, because this is a great utilization of radio, and it's a great extension from your ham license. Let me break. And the last thing that I have for this portion of the announcements, I have a couple more, but I'm going to save those towards the end. Our official membership drive begins on December 1. If you wish to renew your membership now, you're more than welcome to do that. But when you do, when you go to the store, the North Georgia GMRS store page, and you select whatever level of membership that you are going to choose, pay attention as you go down. There's a check box After you enter in your phone number information, there's a series of check boxes. You want to be sure that you check the one that says, check this box only if you are an existing member and this is a renewal. So pay attention to that, and if you are renewing your license, be sure and check that. Otherwise, it's highly likely that you'll be issued a new tactical unit number. So if you want to preserve your TAC number, be sure and check that renewal box so that we can be sure that we do that. Because once we get busy with the membership drive, that's a real easy thing for us to overlook. So please pay attention to that. All right, at this time, I'm going to move on to check-ins. So we've already done their youth check-ins. So I'm going to ask now for any visiting transient licensed GMRS members or new members of the North Georgia GMRS network. This is any licensed GMRS operator who is not a member, who is in the area and would like to check in, or any new members to the group. And there's plenty of new members out there, and we'd love to hear you on the air. So please call Net Control now.
ATL 405 WREB 978 checking in.
ATL 405, can I get your name and the city you're checking in from, please?
Will be Tommy Johnson checking in from Middle Georgia, Roberta, Georgia to be exact.
Okay, Net Control will acknowledge Atlanta 405. Tommy, glad, if I can get the words out. I'm glad to hear from you, Tommy, and I've got you in log as Middle Georgia. I don't remember if you said you were in and out or not, but I'm going to just leave you in for the time being. We'll come back to you for comments here in just a little while. Do we have any other new members or visiting transient operators that would like to check in?
This is Atlanta 130 WRDK 811, Charles here in Gainesville.
Net Control will acknowledge Atlanta 130, Charles in Gainesville. Charles, it's great to hear from you this evening. Glad that you're able to check in on the net, and this is fantastic to get some new members checking in. Do we have any additional new members who would like to check in on the North Georgia GMRS Regional Net? Please call Net Control now. Okay, hearing nothing, I'm just going to take the Atlanta 405 and the Atlanta 130 check-ins. And we're going to move on now to any Pine Log check-ins. Anyone wishing to check in from the Pine Log repeater, please call Net Control now.
This is 253 WQNB 274, Donald from Waleska, Georgia.
This is Atlanta 948 WRER 430. You're in Woodstock. Ship in and out, Justin.
All right. Crickets, I hear crickets. Okay, at this time I'm going to acknowledge our Pine Log check-ins. So far I only have two. I have Atlanta 253, Donald in Waleska. Thank you, Donald, for checking in with us tonight. I'm looking forward to talking with you in just a little bit. And I also have Atlanta 948 Gary in Woodstock, right across the lawn here. Glad to hear from you tonight, Gary. And I've got you in the log as in and out, so we'll catch up with you again real soon. Do we have any other Pine Log check-ins? If I didn't call you, it's because I didn't read your signal, so you might want to try that again. Any other Pine Log check-ins? Please call Net Control now.
One WQIJ 279, Nick Weimer in Ackworth, and check in real quick with you, Net Control, on something else.
This is Atlanta 261, Scott from Holly Springs checking in.
This is Atlanta 54.
Okay, Net Control will acknowledge Atlanta 291 Nick in Ackworth, and I'll get back with you here in just a bit, Nick. Thank you for that check-in. It's great to hear from you. And I have Atlanta 261 Scott in Holly Springs. Thank you, Scott, for checking in tonight. I'm looking forward to talking with you. And the last one that I heard was Atlanta 54, but I didn't hear a name or a city. If you could come back with that, Atlanta 54, I would appreciate knowing who you are and where you are.
This is Atlanta 54. My amateur radio license is Kilo Zulu 4 Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray. I do also have a GMRS license as well. Yes, and my name is Mark, and I'm located in Athens, Georgia.
Excellent. Mark in Athens. Hey, Mark, why don't you go ahead and put your GMRS call out here real quick, and then we'll go on with any other check-ins.
Absolutely. Whiskey, Romeo, David, Hotel 390.
Outstanding. Do we have any other Pine Log check-ins? Okay, hearing nothing, I'm going to go ahead and move along, and we'll take check-ins from any repeater anywhere. Please call Net Control now.
This is WQMN 733, Atlanta 36. Bill coming to you via the Taylor's Ridge machine and the new linking equipment. Excellent. Net Control.
This is WRA 2241, Atlanta 403, checking in. Bob in White County.
Bob in White County.
This is Atlanta 57, WQZC 882, Andrew in Holly Springs on Sassafras. I'll be in and out tonight. I think there's a Braves game going on.
This is Atlanta 131, WRAS 502, Morgan in Cleveland. I'll be in and out.
This is Noonan 25, WRCL 957 Joe, and by relay Noonan 26, Mary Catherine. I'm not going to be in and out, so I'll hang around, Justin.
This is McDonough 22, WRCR 952, Tim in Stockbridge, Georgia. And I will be hanging around as long as I can. If I don't respond when you call later, I have to leave. But we'll see how long I can stick it out. Back to Net Control.
Outstanding. Okay, at this time I will acknowledge Atlanta 36, Bill checking in on the Taylor's Ridge machine. Thank you for that, Bill. It's good to know that that machine is working well. Thank you for your efforts up there with the linking and the software upgrades. I appreciate your help with that. We also have Atlanta 403, Bob, in White County. We have Atlanta 57, Andrew, checking in on the Sassafras machine, and he is in and out. Allegedly, there is a ball game this evening, so we will let him attend his joy of the ball game. We have Atlanta 131, Morgan from Cleveland. Thank you, Morgan, for checking in with us tonight. It's great to hear from you. I've got you in and out. And we also have Noonan 25, Joe, and by relay, Noonan 26, Mary Catherine in Fayetteville. Thank you guys for checking in with us tonight. Looking forward to hearing from you and here in just a little bit. And I have McDonough 22, Tim in Stockbridge. And Tim, hopefully you'll be able to stick around long enough for us to chat with you. Atlanta 23, Mitchell is trying to check in, but Mitchell, I did not hear your RF check-in. So if you want to try that again, come on back.
WRC W219, Atlanta 23, Mitchell and Holly Springs, in and out.
Atlanta 23, Mitchell in Holly Springs. I got an excellent read on you that time. Your signal sounds fantastic, and I have you in the log as in and out. Do we have any additional check-ins for the North Georgia GMRS Regional Net? Please call Net Control now.
Yes, it is. 780 WQUV 439, Houston and Osceola. Check me in and out tonight, Justin.
Okay, Houston's in and out. Do we have anyone else?
This is
We do.
Atlanta 33, WRBT 231, in and out. Also by relay checking in Atlanta 215, WQZD 787. I'm in Fayetteville, and he is in Cedartown. Over.
Copy that, Atlanta 33. You're in Fayetteville, and your name is?
My name is David. This is Atlanta 33.
Okay, David, I've got you in the log, and I have by relay Atlanta 215 in Cedartown in the log, and I think I know who that is, but if you don't mind, just go ahead and give me the name so I don't have to look it up.
Roger that. His name is Brandon.
That was the face I had in mind, but the name just wasn't coming to my tongue. But excellent. That saves me the time to have to go and weed through the roster there to find him. All right, David and Brandon, I've got you both in the log, Atlanta 33, Atlanta 215. Any other check-ins? Please call now. Okay. Okay, and we have a couple of Facebook check-ins I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge now. We have CW14 Steve in Watkinsville. He tried to check in on a Crawford repeater, but it's down. So, Steve, I don't know if you're hearing me through some other repeater or not, but we're aware of that, and that is going to be dealt with here in the next week or so. So hopefully we'll get you back on the air real soon. And also have Brian, Atlanta 106 from Woodstock. He is in and out. That's a Facebook check-in. And we have Tony, Atlanta 158, checking in also. I think I heard them earlier talking about going to dinner. So they must still be at the restaurant. Thank you guys for checking in. I'm going to go ahead and put you in the log right here as I move on. And let's see. Let me go back up here to the top of my list. I'm going to break for just a moment. Okay, we have 399. I don't know if that is Atlanta 399 or if that is some other 399. But we have a 399 from Woodstock that checked in the youth check-ins. If you're listening and you can come back with your name, we would love to talk with you for a little bit. Otherwise, we're going to show you his in and out. Okay, so that's just going to buy me a half a second here to say ATL 106, and let's see, it's Brian Woodstock, and then Tony is ATL, what is he, 158? 158, and that is Tony, and I believe he's also Woodstock. He might be Holly Springs, but close enough. Okay, nothing heard from Atlanta 399. And we had Atlanta 56 Anna check in from Holly Springs. Anna, thank you for checking in with us this evening. It's great to hear from you. And we had Dane check in from Woodstock. Dane, I didn't get your TAC number, but that's okay. I'll see if I can find it later, and we'll get you in the log. Thank you for that. And then our first adult check in this evening was our new member Tommy, Atlanta 405. Tommy from the middle of Georgia. Tommy, how are you doing this evening? It's great to hear from you.
Doing pretty good. Having to check in on Zillow right now, looking for equipment. You mentioned earlier y'all had a booth set up somewhere. Wasn't sure. It kind of faded out on my end. Wasn't sure where that was going to be.
Well, that will be at the Stone Mountain Ham Fest on November, the 1st and 2nd? No, I'm sorry, that's November 2nd and 3rd. That Ham Fest is up there in near Lawrenceville at the Gwinnett County Fairgrounds. And we'll have a booth there. We'll have some equipment for sale. We also have some equipment. I'm not sure. I haven't looked recently to see what's listed. Let me take a peek real quick and see what we have listed in our store. We do have some equipment available. We have some TK880Hs listed there for sale, and we have a TK8360 also there for sale. So the 880H has a great price on our website if you want to go there and take a look. And of course the 8360 is the radio that I'm using at this moment, and it is a fantastic radio. So those are both Kenwood radios. Have a look at our store page, and if you can make it to the Stone Mountain Ham Fest, it'd be great to see you there.
I'll see what we can do. I sure appreciate it. I'll stand by and listen.
Okay, let's see. Okay. All right. That's great. Now I lost my page. Where am I? Here we go. Okay, so next on my list. Great, Tommy. I appreciate that and hope that we're able to see you there. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to Atlanta 130 Charles. Charles is in Gainesville. It's great to hear from you tonight, Charles. What's going on in your part of the world?
Oh, well, we're just doing a few things out in the yard. Trying to get things done, trimming some trees back. We got some antenna work I've been wanting to get through, but I'm going to wait for a little cooler weather and see if we can get some of the leaves off the trees. Other than that, you're going to be there both days for the Ham Fest?
That is correct. We'll be there Friday evening for setup, and we'll be there all day Saturday, and we'll be there Sunday as long as it makes sense to be there. The thing usually on Sunday, things get pretty dead right around lunchtime or shortly thereafter. So if there's still people there, we'll stick around. But once things slow down, we'll start backing up and head on out of there. It's only open until 2 on Sunday anyway.
I know that last year Sunday was definitely not very busy at all, but that's another day. Hopefully we can get down there because I got to look for some parts and gadgets here to put some of these projects together that I've got. Well, I finally got into it. I've rearranged this antenna here and got it up a little bit higher, so hopefully we can get back into that. I don't mind it a little long time today, but I've got so many other things to do. And I got another movie that's going on the handband, so enjoy it. I will take you here again another time. Line 130 WRC3811.
Okay, Charles. Well, thank you for hanging out with us this evening, and we definitely look forward to hearing more from you. The work that you've done on your antenna has paid off. You have excellent, excellent audio. A little bit of white noise in there, but with all of the linked radios, that could be coming from anywhere. So, but your audio is strong and clear. So it's great to hear from you, and we look forward to hearing you real soon on the North Georgia GMRS net. With that, I'm going to move on to Atlanta, 253, Donald in Waleska. Donald, how are you doing this evening?
Good evening, Justin, and good evening to the rest of the net. Just busy, just been really busy over the last couple of days, and got a busy weekend, got a funeral to go to, and one of my cousins passed away.
Oh, man. Well, Donald, I'm sorry to hear that. It seems like there's always something going on with you, and we always love to hear about your adventures in Florida and other places, but doggone it. Sorry to hear about your cousin, but at least you didn't get hurt this week, so we've got that going for us, and by golly, keep it up.
Yeah, my leg flares up occasionally still, but I'm alright.
All right. Well, hopefully you can get some relief for that leg. I don't know what there is for treatment for it, but hopefully that doesn't slow you down too much. I know you're a pretty busy guy, so I can't imagine it would. But thank you for checking in with us this evening, Donald. It was great hearing from you. With that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to Atlanta 948. Gary in Woodstock. Gary was in and out this evening, so that brings me to my good friend Atlanta 291 Nick in Ackworth. Nick, how you doing this evening?
Well, good evening to the net.
Rough at the beginning of your transmission, but then it cleaned right up.
On time log. Sorry, I had to switch back and forth. Apparently the audio levels on time log are slipping when the audio gets too low, so things were cutting in and out rather rapidly. Very close to the net to this point. So, also wanted to give you a check-in regarding Lookout Mountain. I was up there 2 weekends ago and worked that repeater. It was responding, but I was not getting traffic, so I was going to get a hold of you or actually let you know that tomorrow at the office.
Okay, and that's also known as the Taylor's Ridge machine, and we heard from Bill on that this evening. So there was some work done in the last couple of days on that link radio for Taylor's Ridge, and some software updates made for the linking system. So hopefully that thing is back up and playing. But that's good information to know. We did suspect that there was a problem up there. We wanted to be sure that that problem is now in the clear. So thank you for that report.
Up there this weekend, so if I get a chance to work the machine, I might give you a phone call beforehand and we can confirm the link.
Outstanding. Yeah, Nick, I've got you in the log, clear of the net, and thank you for that once again for that information on that repeater. With that, I'm going to move on to Atlanta, 261 Scott in Holly Springs. Scott, what have you got going on this evening? You chasing satellites again?
Thank you, Net Control. Actually, I walked behind my neighbor's house on the top of the hill and transmitting on sassafras. I really appreciate you with little pain checking in with the youth this evening. We're working on that. Very cool to see Noon 25, 26, 25 on a little satellite thing that flies over in outer space. That's very cool. And then wanted to say we will see you at the Ham Fest. I really appreciate that. It's going to be awesome.
Yes, it's something that we're looking forward to as well. It gives us an opportunity to just meet a lot of the North Georgia GMRS members, as well as meet a lot of hams, and gives us a chance to talk about the radio network that we love. So 947 and I will both be there, as well as Atlanta 60. He will be selling the equipment, and Julie and I are just going to be there to talk about GMRS to anybody who will listen. So am I coming and going?
Let me break. This is 261. I switched to sassafras. On the pine log with my little radio, I couldn't keep the squelch down enough. It was clicking in and out. And even on other transmissions, Donald and so forth. So I switched to sassafras, and there's no squelch issues or so forth.
Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, I just noticed the RF system manager was showing the sassafras transmit coming and going in my last QSO there. So I guess we probably still have an audio issue between sassafras and pine log, and I can report that, and we can have that looked at. Probably that is the problem there. That we did some changes for that from last week to this week, but it sounds like maybe we need to make some additional adjustments there. But yes, we will be at the Stone Mountain Ham Fest. We're also going to the Chattanooga Ham Fest, but we're not going to have a booth up there. We're just going to go up there and kind of scout it out and see if there's a reason for us to set up a booth there next year.
Roger that. Thank you, Net Control. I'll be listening in and on checkout, but I'm going to leave you with this. If after Net, right below the moon, it should be Jupiter, and it's just as bright as it can be. And of course, I'm a star fan. Atlanta 261, thank you.
Well, thank you, Scott, for that. Yes, I definitely will step outside and see if I can spot that. That's always exciting stuff. So thank you for sharing that with us. With that, Scott, I'm going to go ahead and move on to Atlanta 54. Mark in Athens. It's great to hear from you, Mark. What have you got going on this evening? Atlanta 54, Mark in Athens. It's your turn. Okay, well, hearing no response from Mark, he may have had to step away, or battery ran dead, or who knows. We're just going to go ahead and move on from that. And our next check-in tonight is Atlanta 36, Bill, working the Taylor's Ridge machine. Good evening, Bill.
Good evening and good evening to the net. Yes, the Stone Mountain Ham Fest is coming up. Sounds great on the group's booth, and that's an excellent Ham Fest. Note on the Chattanooga one 2 years ago, I think it was, I was there, and it was good. That Gary Owensby was the president then. It was a member of our group, and it was pretty big. Let me cycle in. Also, what I'm picking up on this end from you on the transmission occasionally when you made the comment about your RF reading, I was getting that up here off, I assume through the link, and I'm able to pick up both sassafras and pine log, and I cycle through all three of them when you're transmitting. I'm picking it up pretty much on all three whenever it's kind of have sound like a not really feedback, but something in there with you. Over.
That is interesting. Something in here with me. Okay. I can certainly investigate that. All right. Well, that's interesting to know. And that's good information. Yeah, we're aware that Gary Owensby, I believe he still is the president up there. If not, he's still a very active member. But he's personally invited us to come up and be a part of that. And we're not sure that that's where, we want to have a booth per se. We'd rather do it here at the Atlanta Hamfest and the Stone Mountain Hamfest and, this area and maybe even south a little bit. But we're not totally opposed to it either. But we're just going to go up there and have a look around and talk with some people and see how we're received. And we'll make a decision from there for next year. And yeah, it's an excuse to go to a Hamfest. So how can that be wrong?
Oh, I agree 100%. You can never go wrong. They had a nice size boneyard, and it was nice. But and I'm over here on sassafras. If I try and come in over here, I don't know if you can copy me clearly. But looking forward to the Stone Mountain Film Fest, and I'll go ahead and clear it. You can go ahead and show me clear of the net. I'm going to take the portable monitor, but I'm going to try and go outside. This is WQMN 733, Atlanta 36 clear.
Outstanding. I will do exactly that, Bill. Thank you for checking in with us tonight. I will show you clear of the net. And with that, I'm going to move on to Atlanta 403. Bobby in White County. Bob, how you doing this evening?
Oh, we're doing good over here, Mr. Net. Bill was right. You are coming in with some kind of weird sound every once in a while. Sounds like a train horn way off in the distance behind you. It's not constant, but it does come in every once in a while. And, other than that, I saw your mic cut out there on the manager, and it seemed when it cut out, Course Over 2 was trying to talk over you, and nobody was teeing up Course Over 2, so I don't know, there's an issue out there.
Well, this would be boring if nothing ever went wrong. So we always have to pay attention and look for those opportunities to troubleshoot yet a little bit more. So I guess that's where we stand, and that's okay. We can do that. We'll investigate this and see what we come up with, and we'll move on from there. Well, thank you for that, Bob. Yes, I am looking forward to the Stone Mountain Hamfest and hope that we're able to see you at that event, and be nice to shake that hand one more time. And yeah, we'll definitely take a look and see if we can figure out what's going on here. With that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to Atlanta 57. Andrew on the Sassafras repeater. He was in and out tonight, but maybe he has a score for us. So let's give him a chance to chime in here and see how the ball game's going. And if we don't hear from him, we'll just move on.
Atlanta 57 WQZC 82. Tied ball game at the moment. Not looking very good for the Bravos.
Understand